And now, presenting from across the pond, it's the Squared Circle Relics Podcast.
Hi, and welcome to the show. It is the Squared Circle Relics Podcast back with you. And today I am joined, as always, by Mr. David Lloyd, the Liberator himself. And we've got back with us Jamie. How you doing, boys?
Good afternoon.
Yay!
Yay!
Episode 11, Jamie's back. We're all back. It's the first time we've been a 3 on an episode for 3 episodes.
It's been a long time, isn't it?
Yeah.
It definitely has.
Guys,
how you guys doing? You been up to much?
Go on, Jamie. You go first.
Not really. Yeah, work-wise, just potting around, really. But I just want to say thank you for you guys for covering last episode, really. I listened to it back. A bit weird listening back to a whole episode and, like, just hearing something I've not even heard before. So you guys done a cracking job. Really enjoyed that. So, but yeah, thank you for covering last time around. It was good to sort of hear it go out again. So that was all good. But no, other than that, all fine. How about you two?
I'm okay. It's weird. I'm still not ill, which is absolutely fantastic. I did expect to be, because wife and baby are still, weirdly, they come back from her parents and they're both still quite ill, really. Like, they can't shake it, basically. But I'm fine, really. It's just, I say work, same as Jamie, really. Just don't stop. But how are you, Chris?
I'm all right. I'm quite good. It was good. It was different. It was, a place I'd never thought I'd go. And, when you kind of have like an expectation of what somewhere's going to be like, and then it is nothing like that.
Yeah.
It was a lot more sort of cosmopolitan and kind of trendy than I imagined. So, yeah, it was really good.
It looked very up to date from your pictures.
Yeah, that's it. And I kind of wasn't expecting that. I don't know what I was expecting, but something a bit more like Russia, I guess.
Wicker houses or something like that.
Yeah, that's it,
I would say, though, that like in your pictures, I don't know if it was like at work time or whatever, there didn't seem to be anyone around.
No, it was quite quiet. Yeah, it was like quiet. Even during their what they call rush hour. Yeah, like in comparison to Cambridge, where I am, it was just like it was a breeze. It was fine.
So we're talking. So for the listeners, we're talking about Lithuania.
Yeah,
so,
we are.
Chris's wife comes from Lithuania, so
she does.
Family. So, but I was going to ask, did they have like a special like delicacy, like a food wise that's their like a soup or a.
Yeah, so they have quite a few. So they have, I'll be honest, I don't really like one of them. It's like cold beetroot soup, which is I'm not a fan of. I've had that before.
It's like borscht in Poland.
Yeah. But then they have like a chili soup, which is amazing, which we have at home like often. But then to have it like an authentic, one out there was really good as well.
But yeah, a big soup person, she'd love it over there.
It was amazing. I do have another little quick story I just wanted to say as well. I had my loft done last week, right? So I'm having it boarded up. The guy messages me the night before and says, I'm going to be a few minutes late. So I said, that's fine, mate, whatever. He's then 2 hours late. And I'm like, okay, well, taking the piss a bit here. Where are you? So I messaged him, phoned him, nothing back. And then he's like, Chris, he messaged me back finally about 2.5 hours later. And he's like, Chris, I've been here since 9 o'clock. And I said, what? I said, I've been in all morning with the baby. I said, I ain't answered the door. I haven't heard a knock, nothing. And then he phones me. He's like, I'm in the wrong house. He had done 2.5 hours work in someone else's loft. They just let him in. Yeah, they just let him in and let him get on with his work. And I couldn't believe it.
No, it was not you.
No, exactly.
Like, what?
I know. He'd been to my house before.
No way.
So, yeah, he had to undo all of his work and come, and it was, total nightmare. I just couldn't believe it. That, as I said, I get that he goes to a lot of houses, whatever, but also that the person who lived there just let him come in and let him get on with it. Yeah, it's like, go on then. I need a new loft. Yeah, go on. Can you believe that? Yeah. Sorry, I just had to tell someone that was like outside of my initial sort of circle. But yeah,
has the job been done at least?
Mental. Yeah, it's really good. He's done a good job finally. But yeah, random is that?
So, like, what work had he done in the other place? Did he tell
Well, you
you?
think so? It was a 4-hour job, and
Yeah.
he'd been there for 2.5 hours. So he'd nearly, it was like more than halfway through.
Did he just
Luckily,
leave his stuff that, like,
he took it all out. No, he took it all out. Because what he said was, because the lady was like, yeah, no, I want my loft done as well. And he was like, yeah, I haven't got a contract with this woman, so I could do it all. And then she could turn around and go, no, I never asked for any of this. What are you on about? So we had to undo it all and get rid of it.
Going through, like, obviously the blame is on him, right? He shouldn't.
I don't know. He shouldn't.
He shouldn't have.
He's the professional here. Yeah, exactly. That's it.
Yeah. However, like, what is that woman thinking? Like, up you go. Like, it's fine. Do you want a cup of tea, biscuit?
Yeah, he came in with a cup of tea. Yeah, so I think she had made him one. Crazy, right?
Only in England would that happen.
He's a few streets away. He's in the wrong street.
No way. So it wasn't even like
I thought you were going to say he went to your old house.
Jeez. No, he's in the wrong street completely. Yeah.
No, but I thought you were going to say he was in your old house.
Like, oh no!
You know what I mean? You moved, and I was thinking no. But
insane!
That is
crazy, right?
Well.
There you go.
Haven't you been adventurous recently?
But anyway, have we all been watching some wrestling, or have we not been watching anything?
We normally start off with AEW, right? That's synonymously. That's how we normally start. I haven't watched, obviously, last night. Jamie, have you watched last night?
No, I haven't had a chance to. I've lacked today. I've had a chance to watch today. But...
Okay. I have watched the last couple of weeks, but I couldn't tell you for the life of me what has actually happened. That's how uninspiringly, like, I love AEW, don't get me wrong, but I just can't tell you what's happened in the last 2 weeks.
Jeff Jarrett came back.
I think.
Oh, okay.
That's obviously the big one, wasn't it?
So that is all I could think of, by the
way. Jamie, you must know something.
Well,
what's been going on?
Things happened.
Yeah,
what's that? Sorry?
Things do happen, but the thing is, AEW moves on so quickly, it blurs into one, and it's not until you get to the baby you think, oh yeah, a lot's happened. And a 2-hour window, like, just so much happened in a 2-hour window, didn't it? But I can't remember much. Jarrett debuted. We had. I can't remember what the main event was even last week. Oh, didn't we? We had the Acclaim doing Billy Gunn's birthday with the burnt hands, didn't he? Or the damaged hands.
I couldn't care less. Like I love those guys, but their segments week on week, Jesus, like, it's just crowd baiting it the whole time. It's like, look at us scissoring each other, grown men going, wah, 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 wah. Yeah, great. I just
we're not going to do that. We're going to go Comic Con, do like a 3-way.
The 3-way scissoring. I think people love this. So I do remember Jeff Jarrett turning up.
But I'm the same, Dave. I agree with you there. Yeah. I've watched quite a bit of wrestling the last few weeks, and all I can remember is Jeff Jarrett coming and not a lot else.
Yeah. It's weird.
It is.
Mind. But the shining star, and should we say the shining jewel, was the crown jewel. Did you guys watch it?
Yeah, I've watched not all of it in its entirety, but I've caught the main bits, sort of thing. I wanted to watch that main event for sure.
Yeah, I did.
So I watched it live. Yeah, I know you did watch it afterwards, Jim.
Yeah, I caught sort of bits of it, but I just watched the main event pretty much, really. I didn't realise it was as long as it was going to be. It sort of came up like 40 minutes, or just under 40 minutes, and yeah, really, really good main event. Really enjoyed it.
So I watched it live because it was on a Saturday around like 5 o'clock. I think I'm going to say like 5 o'clock.
Yeah, it was like early afternoon.
Yeah, so I was lucky enough to have the time to watch it last Saturday, and I loved the whole show. I think the whole show was really well put together. The whole Bobby Lashley getting pinned by Brock, spoilers, by the way, if you haven't watched it. Bobby Lashley getting pinned by Brock Lesnar really weirdly. It looked really awkward, the pin. It was just like he fell on him.
His shoulders weren't down fully either, were they? It's sort of a bit of a mess.
It was just a bit bizarre.
Bit screwy.
It was the whole thing of just making Bobby look like a bad guy, even though they've gone to lengths to make him look like a good guy recently, and they've just turned him back to being a bad guy again. I don't understand that. But obviously, the main event. I mean, what do you guys think about the main event?
I really enjoyed it. The main thing, though, is I really want a card. I need a card. I need it.
If there isn't a Logan Paul card coming out, either instant or in a set coming up, or even just something he does stand alone, like, this is now the time to capitalise on it, because he's become one of the hottest commodities in wrestling, hasn't he, through these last few matches at SummerSlam and Mania, and especially this Crown Jewel one. Like, the buckshot lariat was unbelievable, wasn't it? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, absolutely.
Getting the guy's phone and doing the frog splash through the table, the dive. I don't know when he fucked his knee up, but obviously he'd done the dive and that afterwards, and insane. Was it the one near the end? It was. I thought it was the one right near the end, wasn't it? Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, I didn't see the knee twist to cause it or anything like that, to be honest. Keep missing these, don't we, Chris? Like, people get injured and we're like, I don't see it. What? I personally think it's one of the best main events I've seen in a long time. I don't want to be giving it praise for just because I don't want to be seen as a fanboy of Logan Paul. I'm a big fan of KSI. I'm not a massive fan of Logan Paul. However, his work in that whole main event was just something else. It was very well put together, even though I was kind of hoping for without interference. That would have been of course there was going to be interference, right? But Mike and George, his podcasting lot, getting beaten up by the Usos. Spoilers as well, people, by the way. I do apologise if you haven't seen it. Jake Paul coming out, cleaning house. My balls went on end when he squared up against Solo. I thought that was that is such an intriguing competition. I didn't think Jake would turn up, to be honest. I know he was there, but I didn't think he'd come out for it.
I agree with you. I knew he was there, but I didn't think he'd be out there, so to speak. But yeah, it's quite cool.
Problem child. I think the match between both Roman sold extremely well for Paul. I think Paul, even considering it's his third match as well, he just showed what the star he is, and he's going to be in the future. I hope, So I did find with Paul though, it's kind of I've got some hot takes about Paul. So I think there's three really. The first one is, I know that his moveset, he's doing what moves that he wants to do, he likes to do, but there's nothing innovative about his moveset, okay? He can change it up a bit with his moveset. I don't think it's the be-all and end-all, right? But what he does need is an innovative finisher.
Yeah.
Something to bring to the table that we potentially haven't seen before. Just go and steal fucking something from fucking Japan, right? Like the rest of
even just use something that hasn't been used in a long time, or do you know what I mean? Just something I agree
just
with.
Do the Iron Claw, do the Iron Claw or something like that. Go and do something that we're all going to go, wow, actually. Don't just do a frog splash, all right?
Yeah.
Because everyone does it.
His is good, but something new I think would be a good idea for him, for sure.
And these are small critiques as well. Overall, it's out of the park, right? Small critiques. The second one, he's the wrestler that we thought Dominic Mysterio was going to be and hoped he would be, but it's actually Logan Paul. Sorry, Gordo Geezer. I know you listen to the podcast. I'm not trashing your boy. But it is a shame because I thought Dominic Mysterio would be in this spot doing what Logan's doing.
Especially with the people he has been training with over the past few years as well. don't just the Dominic Mysterio, but he should be a Mysterio, and like he should be so much better than he is. Sadly,
Yeah.
I think he really would have.
I don't want to do him down or anything like that, but I hope that he's going to be. The thing is, it's such a legacy to live up to, right, hey, Jamie?
Yeah.
So, the third take is the parallels between him and Zack Ryder, because obviously the internet star becoming, the wrestling internet champion, basically.
Ooh.
I hope that they don't do some kind of sticky stuff with that later on down the line and make him like an internet champion or something like that.
He could challenge Ryder for the internet championship.
They might get Cardona back.
It's looking likely, isn't it? So.
13th best wrestler in the world. Why not?
Yeah, PWI.
I think,
but I hope that they don't make that his legacy. I really hope that they continue on with him.
Mm.
The only problem is, where does he go from here?
Well, I think the thing with Logan Paul at this point is like he set that caliber so high for any other celebrity as well. Like everyone thought Bad Bunny was amazing, but then you think like it's just incredible, like how quickly he's come on, and you think like like you said, like what can you now do with Logan Paul? Like, do you have to put a belt on him? Like, what is the? Do you get him through to Mania and do a big Mania match with him, and then that's it? Like that's the blow off with him sort of thing. Because his stock is going to rise and rise, isn't it? Like ultimately. If you get anything, or that first also he ever puts out like that, people are going to go mad for that, regardless, aren't they?
Yeah,
I hope so. I can just see it becoming an instant that his rookie card will be an instant, and I could more see that than being in a set. Like, because what set will he be in? Because it will definitely be after Christmas. Because he would have, he's been there long enough for him to be actually in a set now, right? Because
100%. If Cody's been
when he was there at WrestleMania, wasn't he? Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I really don't know, but we're all waiting, aren't we, for that card to come out? And
absolutely.
I'm sure if it is an instant, we'll all be going in as quickly as possible to get in. But can you imagine the print run on it?
Oh God, it'd be huge. And you've got no chance of getting the one-on-ones or anything, because you'd imagine him and his team would pick those up pretty quickly.
Well, it's the price as well. That one of Logan Paul on an instant
going to be
about
insane.
$5,000.
Yeah,
potentially more, I reckon.
What was the print run on the McAfee? That was only like 600-700, wasn't it? Do you reckon that would beat that?
I think so. Yeah.
It's not in the same league, to be honest.
No.
In my view. Like Logan and his following as well.
Yeah, and especially
that is a good point. So McAfee never got into a set, did he? He was only in the instance, so kind of points to maybe Logan Paul just being in an instant, but who knows?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's going to happen, but ultimately, we're all just really looking forward to it.
We just want a card.
Yeah.
Cool. Right. So, speaking of cards, shall we talk some card news?
Go on.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. So, we've had a few things come out in the last couple of weeks, or announced come out. We had some new arrivals, AEW. So, we had Willow Nightingale and Jeff Jarrett. Did any of you guys go for any of these? Any silvers?
I forgot Willow. I didn't get the Willow at all. So,
no way.
Yeah, I didn't even realise it was going on. So I missed Willow, but I went for Jeff Jarrett, bought a pack, and got the silver in the first pack. So,
well done.
I'm going to say the same thing I say every single time with these, though. Like, if you don't get them, hang on. I know the silvers have their prime, obviously, thing, but the other ones, like Trustbusters and Morrissey, they're on ComC for like 50 cents a card now. So,
amazing,
like, there's no point people like spending a fortune. If you don't get that silver, don't spend more than $30.
Just
you'll
wait.
get one for $30, even a silver. You know, you still see so many people like buying hundreds of packets of these. But
yeah, that's crazy.
But Jeff Jarrett this time around. So
same for me. Yeah, just Jeff, but no silver. But I did just stop at the one this time. No, going crazy.
I doubled, so I got one Willow and one Jeff. No silvers. So the thing is, like, Willow, that's actually going to probably be her rookie card, isn't it? So as far as I know, there's probably some. I'm going to say that, and somebody's going to say, "Oh, this is obscure set you forgot." All right. But yeah, it's a nice card of her. It's whatever it is.
Yeah.
And I did try my luck with that one pack of Upper Deck E-Pack as well. As always, I always buy one of that and one normal pack. I got nothing but draws anyway, so there you go. Did you get anything?
Yeah, I went for 2 E-Packs, and I got like a Finisher Parallel and a Pyro. I think that was it.
None of us have hit anything recently, you know.
Nothing good.
Dry as a Sahara. Shame, really, because I think the hits have dried up there, to be honest. But bit of a weird one.
So some more print to order style stuff. Panini Instant. Now I know me and Jamie went for these. So they had, was it just the 3? It was Ava Rain, The Rock's daughter, Mandy Rose, and Bron, Mr. Bron Breakker. I know, obviously, Jamie, what did we end up getting? I think you ended up doing some sort of deal, and
so
you ended up buying a few extras.
Yeah, so basically obviously we are trying to obviously help each other out here with stuff, aren't we? So I put it on like our listener chat and sort of put it out to people if they wanted to get on board. But Panini Instant, so one card is $9.99, or you can get 5 for $29.99. Well, when I bought them all individually with the idea of covering the 8 that we were going to order, it worked out more expensive. So I bought like the cheaper ones for 5 for $29.99. It meant it was cheaper for everybody, but we ended up with spares. So, you know, give and take really. So I guess it will come down to what the shipping duties will be anyway. But ultimately, like, we've all saved a massive fortune there per card, haven't we? Really? I worked out like one card would actually cost you like 50 quid if you just order a couple for yourself.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
And I was interested in talking in the listener chat.
That's what put me off, mate, to be honest. Like, it's just, I don't like being like the way that they've done it, to be honest, especially with their shipping. I think it's really naughty.
It's really bizarre as well, because talking in the listener chat like about Panini Instant, like so many of the guys have no idea this stuff exists, if it's even physical, if it's E-Pack. You know, you thought like Panini having the license, you thought they could even promote something over here, but it doesn't seem to be any, you know, content at all over here. You know, very, very strange.
It's weird.
Yeah,
but
a lot of people did, like, you've guided them through to where we need to be with this for them.
Yeah,
but there was a lot of, I'm not saying clueless people, but they just didn't understand it, or they just didn't understand what it was or where to get it. You know what I mean? Completely new to them.
But you think when the Clash at the Castle ones came out, they missed a trick by not making them available on their UK website, because they'd have sold like crazy, surely.
Always the way, isn't it? Like, they don't help themselves. That's the whole thing. Upper Deck don't help themselves. Panini don't help themselves. Yeah. Tops never help themselves either, to be honest, did they? So,
and I did have someone message me actually after they saw my post on the page, and they said, "Oh, did they do these for Clash at the Castle?" And I was like, "Yeah, they did. They do them for every event, you know." He's like, "Oh, I wish I'd known," sort of thing. And again, I think in case of just spreading the word, like, if we know things are coming up, we'll just get people involved and try and help people out with it, really.
Yeah, absolutely.
We can only do as much as we can do, but we're spreading the word as we normally do.
Yep.
And we also had Ava Rain rookie card in that Panini Instant. So do we think that's going to be a big card? That's basically the reason I went in for the order.
I think so. I think if she becomes a massive star, this is definitely one to hold on to, isn't it? Small print run, everything's all sound good.
Yeah, agreed. In other news, we had AEW Spectrum out finally.
A long wait for this, Jesus Christ!
A long wait for this. This is our big topic this week, so we won't say too much more than it's out. And if you can find it, good luck. Well done.
Finally.
And the last thing I've got written down is Panini Chronicles WWE. It has been delayed. So it was meant to be out on the 16th of this month, but it has been delayed until the 30th of December, which in my opinion could be a placeholder. Don't know what you guys think.
I can't imagine.
Yeah, it's a weird time, and no.
Everyone's on holiday. Like, America really does shut down.
That week in between sort of thing,
That's really... So, I'd be amazed if it is... I know who's going to be breaking then.
No.
I think there's very much...
I think quite often what they do in like games, in the games industry, is they'll just put the placeholder there, just, you know.
I was going to say, they've done the same with the AEW game, haven't they? They said 30th of December, and people are now saying it's going to be the new year, don't they? So
yeah, that's it. Cool.
I really think, though, we do need this space. Like,
give us some time
let's breathe.
Because I haven't heard anything else about AEW Flagship 22 being pushed back, so you never know. We might have that in between to keep us going. No, we might have it. You never know.
No, I can't. I'd be very surprised, but it is what it is with it.
Not being funny, we've all got Christmas spending to come up. We've got lots of food to pay for at Christmas. No cars for a little while ain't a bad thing, is it? Do you know what I mean?
Well, I don't know about that. I'm sure about that. All right, shall we move over to Jamie's corner?
Ooh.
Jamie, we need something.
We need a jingle. Have we got a jingle?
We really...
Jamie's corner.
Maybe I'll get like the old gallery music that Tony Hart used to use.
There you go.
Or something like that.
Oh, yeah. Tony Hart, one of the only child...
He's still okay.
/TV.
The one that we can still enjoy.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone else was a kiddie.
We can still enjoy Tony Hart's gallery music.
Yeah, there we
not
go.
Go to hell.
Tony Hart's gallery.
So, Jamie's
So,
corner.
Jamie, your corner.
Back to my corner. Oh, dear. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, Superstar Autos. I haven't seen much more come up.
We've only had the one, haven't we?
Yeah, we had one listener come back to us to say that they've seen one more on eBay. But again, they seem to dry up. There seems to be the same ones going over and over again. And I don't know what the situation is with them, really. I don't know if maybe Tops at some point there's going to be a blowout, or they're going to appear like on Euroshop and they clear out maybe for Black Friday or something, these boxes. But I don't know.
I haven't seen anything. I've seen them on, I can't remember the website off the top of my head. I've seen them, but only as single packs. So they were sold out of the boxes and they had some single packs. And that's where I think the guy said he got his also. I think it was Ivar or Eric.
Right,
yeah, Ivar. He said he just bought some single packs and it was, you know, like little gimme in there. Yeah, so good for him.
Yeah, no. Really.
But yeah, if maybe it's Wes in disguise.
Yeah.
But you know, as always, if you open any packs and you pull an auto, let us know and we'll check it off the list.
Yeah.
Or Jamie will.
So again, there's an awful lot of ones that we've not even seen appear at all yet. I think we saw like 70 or 80 that we hadn't seen a Woes for.
Jesus.
So yeah, keep them coming on that side of things. But no, Red Wave, I'll let you know I'm purchased about Red Wave side of things.
Okay.
And then the listener chat. So again, we'll be making that into a bit more of a chat. We mentioned about Panini Instant. We're going to be putting those up in there when we go in for an order. Stickers seem still to be doing the rounds. People seem to be just getting on board with stickers again, really. I know you mentioned last time, so you can now buy singles for the sticker album. So
you can, yeah.
Did you say you bought a load on there to finish off, or did you just buy?
Yeah, I finished my. No, I just finished my set off.
Okay. Yeah, I need to get some. What about you, Lloyd? Have you bought any singles on there or not? Because I did want to mention about that Cody Rhodes that cropped up and was on sale for £50. Was it the graded one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is quite an interesting talking point for another future one. Like, are any of these future stickers?
It's selling it to Americans.
Interesting,
so that's the thing, right? That's the thing. Yeah. So someone from ATP listed it for international sale. And did they sold it for like $60 or something? It was a $50.
I think it was a buy it now, wasn't it? It was a buy it now, and it was for the price listed. Yeah.
And some of the OTP bought it, which I find amazing. But great.
Yeah. So it's an interesting thing to think about for the future. So I might pick up a few Cody Roses.
If you listen back to older episodes, I did call this. I did say that this would happen, especially with the Codys. the rookie cards as well, Nikita, Braun as well. Really, if you're going to invest in
those guys, those are
the key ones. But I did mention about the Cody because how hot that he went on his ringside card, and it's basically the ringside picture of him doing the dive, right? So I kind of thought that would happen. The shiny of him is awesome as well.
Yeah, he's really nice.
I think I've got a few, yeah.
I've not stuck
I
in.
think I've top-loaded a few of them.
But, hey, if they're selling across the OTP, why not?
Yeah. No, I'll say stickers seem to be people getting on board with them fresh, though. Yeah, it's still lots going on with them, really. But, yeah, that's about it from Jamie Corner this weekend.
Oh, our own cards as well. Our own cards. So just
of course, yes. So I'm glad you like them.
What?
Yeah, great stuff,
mate. Thank you so much. That's the first thing to say. So thank you. They're amazing. Before the last episode, I hadn't got them. So between last episode and now, I have received them and signed them as well. I think we've all signed them.
No, me either.
I sent mine out. Apologies.
No, I haven't got anything from you guys yet. So.
Yeah. I hope hopefully on the weekend they will be sent off at some form. So, but yeah, all signed. I've developed a new autograph for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I saw that.
Which is because my autograph is trash. It's like my signature.
Well, like mine. Jesus Christ.
No, it's mine has always been horrible, and then I wanted to make something new. So I tried for about a day to try and figure out what to do, and then my wife made something up in 3 minutes, and I was like, damn it.
Creative genius.
She's so much more creative than
that's the thing. I spent, I don't know, maybe an hour just doing all these different types of autos, and I ended up just using my normal one. It's just my normal
really
autograph.
Smart, yours looks on that box perfectly.
Try make a signature with 2 L's and not make.
Oh yeah, God.
It's so difficult, and so we came up with
it's cool.
Head signature, basically an arrow autograph.
It's really wicked.
Troublesome, but yeah. So, but we do kind of intend these are kind of for us.
These are like our demo ones to see what the market is like to make our own, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, there's a couple going out for me to people, obviously.
Same,
yeah, likewise.
So, obviously, but we do intend to hopefully print more, and maybe we did mention it in the last show. Maybe a triple auto. Maybe.
I think that's a way forward. I think we can do a little print run of triple autos, even if we just pass them out to people who listen to the pod. That's. It's like a little nice thing we do for listening to us.
Yeah, I like that.
Out to you, sort of thing, But just going about the card stock and stuff, like I was well impressed with the quality of the cards and stuff. Like, they feel good quality, don't they? Really.
I was very surprised, how well they come out actually, and that's more like on the production side. You never know what you're going to get until you get it, right? I know I sound like
exactly.
But now we've had those ones in hand. We order from them again because you'd be confident in the quality of them. They're better than some of the Panini stuff that's come out as of late.
They don't flex in your hand, let's put them that way.
Yeah.
So anyway, there's a beer can relic on its way anyway. So.
Be a beer can relic at some point. And a quick, before we move on to the big topic, a quick mention about Sam's Icon trading card, Sam, and his Kendo Nagasaki. They've sold out.
They're all gone. We told you.
Within the first weekend, pretty much,
Yeah, all gone. So he did have some on his website. He took it down to sell on eBay, but they sold out across the weekend.
Yeah, I kept messaging him over the weekend. I was like, how many got left? And he's like, we're well into single figures now. They're like, by the end of the weekend, they'd gone. So definitely one to hold on to.
Amazing. I knew they would. My only surprise if they lasted longer than
same
to last, to be honest. But amazing. Well done, Sam. I know we obviously know what his plans are, but we just hope that they come off. And no spoilers.
Yeah,
but we hope
be cool.
They come off. Not Sam related, but pod related. In our group, I was thinking about maybe giving people who are on our group just some kind of like insider knowledge of what we're doing on the pod potentially, and giving people like any updates that we have and stuff like that, if they're interested on our little chat that we have on WhatsApp on Messenger and stuff like that. So we have obviously got a couple of discussion points that we're going to tell you about regarding what we're going to do over the next couple of weeks at the end of this pod. But I think from now on, potentially, I might do a few spoilers going through on the Messenger app. So, nice. Like just kind of go, oh, we're doing this. And it gives, them incentive to be on the Messenger app. And if anyone else wants to join in and know what we want to do, come and join the app and, find out what we're doing.
Sounds good.
Yeah, sounds really good, Lloydy.
Yeah, cool. And also open up to
definitely
the messenger. Yeah. If anyone
like
wants
what you guys need help with and stuff,
exactly, or what they want to us to address on the pod, XYZ, feel free.
Lloydy's corner coming up.
No, that's a very sordid corner.
So moving on from that, then we'll go to purchases for this week. Then let's go.
Shall I go first? I think Jamie said earlier he's had a big week. I've had a big week too. Oh, God.
Yeah, I don't know about a big week, but I've opened up a wormhole. But I'll talk about that.
All right, well, I'll start us off. I'll try and go through them relatively quickly. So we've already spoke about it. Jeff Jarrett, and then two packs of E-Pack. And I said not a lot in there. There was a FTR Pyro and an SCU finisher. I did spend quite a bit on a card this last week, for me anyway, because I don't like to spend too much. I went for a Roman Reigns yellow Slam Attacks Chrome. So it's to 99. It's the insert, the 100 Club insert. It's my mate Paddy, DGen Cards on Instagram. And I know how much he bought it for, and he got it for a really good price. And he's held on to it, and he's been trying to get a really good price for it. In the end, he needed to raise some funds, so he put it on 99p start, and I ended up winning it. So yeah, cheers to Paddy. Great as ever. He always chucks me in a couple of little Southampton cards because he's a Southampton fan as well, so I appreciate that. Next thing is, we spoke about it already, so I won't say too much, but the Kendo Nagasaki card. Picked up a few of these because me and my mate, when we were younger, like really young, we always used to have this kind of like inside joke when we'd be beating each other up. We'd always say Kendo Nagasaki on each other. So I'm going to send it to him out the blue, and I'm hoping he's going to pop for that. So I'm looking forward to Christmas for that reason. And then I don't know if you guys saw, Blowout Cards had a big sale.
Yeah, I did, and I wish I had more money because I would have gone in heavy on this.
They did, absolutely. So I ended up buying boxes of Slam Attacks Crow.
How many?
Yeah, it's quite clear. I'm quite clear in how many boxes I'm saying. All right, no, I bought.
I can't wait to see
I bought 10 boxes. Wow. They were a really good price. They were like $50. So yeah,
that's crazy though, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, they were down.
I don't think I'm going to be able to. I love them too much, so I just want to open them.
The thing is, they were down
for you. Yeah.
Sorry, I was sorry. I think they were down for like 200 or something.
They were at 140, but like I was talking to a guy on eBay before, and he had it for 180, and I offered him 100 quid for it, and he still turned it down. And now there's no chance I'm ever buying at that price again. This is my kind of last hurrah into them, and I might keep one or two sealed for like a year or so and see what happens. But yeah, I wouldn't want to sell them because I really enjoy opening them. So, and I did it legit, Jamie, just for you. I paid the customs and all that shit. No, not happy days, bad days. Well, it was quite bad. Really bad. But anyway, it's fine. It's all good. But I wanted them sooner rather than later, so I just thought I'm going to go for it. Right. I also picked up from that sale an AEW hobby box because $75. Yeah. Because before, like, I really spoke to you guys, I got stung on a hobby box of AEW, and I got sold a box at like a decent price, and they cancelled the order and then resold it for about 100 quid more. And they did sell it. So yeah, it kind of put me off for a while. So I was like, no. But yeah, at that price, 75, I thought, yeah, that's cool. Picked up 4 fat packs of Topps 2018. They were like a $5. So they're the ones, I think it's the insert sets are like Shawn Michaels and Macho Man. So I got a couple of each. So yeah, that would be cool to open. That's it. And yeah, Chalky, my mate Chalky was telling me today about like the differences and the image variations and all things like that. So yeah, learning
there's a lot.
Yeah, there's a cool like I think it's Xavier Woods, and it says it's Kofi Kingston. That error card,
error card,
flying through the air,
through the air, isn't
terrible.
It?
I also picked up a Prism Fat Pack for $12.99 from King of Hoops. Which again, I just thought was a really good price. It was the last pack that they had, so I just thought, yeah, cool.
They've got.
Have they actually? I didn't notice.
It's like 400 and I want to say 450 for like 449.
Not too bad.
Or something. Sorry to interrupt, but I noticed it the other day, and I thought it was like 80 quid cheaper than sports trading cards. So if you're thinking about getting
there for sure, that's the cheapest I've seen it available to us for sure. And then again, I spoke about it earlier, so I got some Panini Instants courtesy of Jamie. Thank you, Jamie. I went for 2 Ava Reigns and a Mandy Rose, and then I bought, again thanks to Jamie, a Liv Morgan to 25 Slam Attacks Chrome Orange card, and a Damian Priest, I think it was the pink insert from Select, not insert, but I can't remember what they're called. One of the levels. But yeah, really good price. I appreciate the heads up on those, Jay. He was, really nice. I probably sold everything because he priced them so well. So yeah, I sort of think Tommy went in for something on there as well. Breaks and misses wise, I missed out on a break last night because I was being cheap. I didn't want to go to the price on FTR. I really wanted them, but just couldn't. No, did they hit?
Did you?
Tell me.
Want me to tell you?
It's a 1-on-1.
Dax, no. So there was a base Dax auto, and there was a Chef relic, which had a patch on it, like
it was like
there was something on
it, bit of colour in it,
and I think Cash had
a base card. So not too bad. I probably would have been just in the green, but it, just for the both of them, I just feel like it went a bit too high for me. Yeah, absolutely.
Too high, personally, I mean, I'll probably a bit more in my world when I do my.
But yeah, so far I still haven't done any impeccable breaks. Be looking to maybe see if I can get on one of them. But again, I went to go for one last night, and just as I'm typing, someone else, I see the comment come up of the person I've typed. So I just thought, oh well, not meant to be. If it's not meant to be, then I'll leave it, and it's all good. What about you, Dave? Big week? I've seen some of your stuff, I know you.
You had some break activity as well, if we're going to include that.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'll start with, so I got my Wardlow card, which I did my trade with, which I covered last show, and it's a lovely card. I'm so glad. So this is Wardlow from Flagship. It's his rookie auto, basically. I love that card. I couldn't stop looking at it when it came in, to be honest. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I've actually got it. That's cool. So I was very happy with that. A slight disappointment because I got this Shinsuke out of 35 base from Impeccable. That's come in the post. It's a very thick card. I know that they were thick, but it's a very thick card. One of the edges.
What point is it roughly? Do you know?
What point is it?
What sort of point is it? 130.
130.
Oh, they're really thick, yeah.
I think it is a
thicky card. it's just one of the edges. It's not like it's manufacturing. It has to be. It's like a little ding on one of the edges, and it's just because it's black.
It notices it more. Yeah,
slash down there. You just notice it more. Obviously, it's going into the PC. It's nothing to resell. And It didn't cost me that much, but I was kind of disappointed about it. But it's such a lovely card. I mean, the way that it's been created is very nice.
I think sometimes you just have to hold these cards as well.
Absolutely.
Just to see what they're like in hand, because we're never going to get many of them in hand, are we? Really, and it's nice to have just one that you've actually felt.
Yeah, no, I'm happy with it. It's just a shame it's not perfect. Yeah. I thought from the picture it was, and it's come in. I'm like, oh man, but it's for me, it's a bit of a no if they don't specifically say about edging, like on the corners.
I mean, you should always mention it.
Otherwise. If there is a slight...
As a seller, you're then opening yourself up if you don't mention it in the description to a return. Because if someone gets it and they see a tiny thing and they think that they can return it.
So I'm trying to do this in chronological order. So that was the past. I did get kendos as well, like yourself, Chris. I got 5 kendos. It's so weird that I sleep next to 5 kendo autographs. It's in like the top of my it's just so weird. It's anyway, so thank you again, Sam. Amazing. I can't wait for your next card. So I could do this last, because we normally like non-wrestling cards we do at the end normally, but if I did, it would be like a downturn. So I'm going to do this in the middle. So the Sidemen cards came out, and I did mention this on the last episode. I got 3 boxes. Obviously, I was going for the KSI side. So I bought 3 things. And I'll go through each one on how good or bad my experience was. So I bought the Sidemen sign, like the banner with, it says Sidemen on it with them all on top of the banner. It was out of $250, so it was kind of like a chromey effect on it. It cost me more than I thought I was actually going to spend on it, to be honest. And then it came in a PWE, that's plain white envelope, no protection, nothing. Weirdly, the card wasn't bound up. Like, I would not send it to PSA for grading.
Cardboard in it or anything, just an envelope.
Just an envelope, nothing. Yeah. In an envelope. What I took, the photograph I showed you guys is what I got. It's madness, right? So this is all down to the fact that obviously these people who are getting these cards and selling them on have no idea about the car community, no idea about penny sleeves, top loaders, sleeves on top, bubble mailers.
Which is incredible, because they're paying a lot of money.
And they just think, I'll just shove them in this.
They're pricing them up. Yeah,
crazy.
Pricing them up accordingly, aren't they? So it's not like... I don't understand why there's this disconnect. I don't get it.
Well, that's not the worst thing that's happened to me this week. So my big car purchase was a KSI Gamer Tag Auto
which looks really cool, by the way.
Green.
And
you're after KSI.
I don't like this.
That's the one. I got it on a really good price. It was money, it was big money to get it. I'm so glad I did get it, but when it came in, it was in a plain white envelope inside another plain white envelope, no protection at all. One of the corners is bent and peeling.
Look fucked.
So yeah,
we've seen it. Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, well, you've seen it. You've seen my reply to the person who
have they replied back to you? Or?
I was.
Okay.
They said to send it back, return. So that hopefully tomorrow or Saturday I'll be sending that back and getting my money back. But honestly, it was gut wrenching, because I do want to keep it, because it's like amazing, but I know how badly out of shape that card is. It's not worth it.
It would just annoy you knowing that there's that damage to it, even if it's staying in your PC, isn't it? And kind of, if you ever decided, I need to cut down my cards or whatever, you would know that you're going to probably be losing money on that one. So
yeah, exactly. And I would never sell it on in the state that it's in.
No,
I couldn't do that. I could never trade or sell a card that is beat up, that I know that is beat up. Like, if there's a ding in it that I don't know, that I'll hold my hands up and be like, I didn't even know it was there, right? But knowing that what I know, there's no way. I just couldn't do it. So one of the cards I did get, though, I did get another KSI Gamer Tag base out of 20, and that's a lovely card. It came protected and it came sleeved, so penny sleeve, top loader, sleeve on top, bubble mailer, how I would send it out. And that put me in a better mood, obviously, because I was like, and it's a big card as well. 20 for a KSI, basically rookie card. I was happy. But so I'll move on to wrestling cards now. So one for you here, Chris. So impeccable stainless stars bronze base out of
it's really
99.
nice.
From the last episode, you were like, that was one of your the favourite of the line.
They are so
nice.
They're
very nice as well. I think they're a cracking card.
And to go back to what Jamie was saying earlier on,
they feel
hand. It's just.
I will get amazing. One. I
would never
haven't pulled the trigger yet.
Yeah. I don't know who to pick either. I do want to just grab one, but I don't know.
I really like the.
I think it would.
I was just about to say, I really like the blues. I think they look really nice. So.
Yeah.
So I know Trav picked up because the red one's out of 15.
Were they the first off the line ones?
Yeah, and he picked up the man in the red, and it looks so.
Because she's wearing like a red t-shirt, like top in that, isn't she? Yeah.
Anything red with Mandy Rose is going to be a colour.
And it's a really deep red as well, isn't it? Like it's perfect, really, isn't it?
So well done, Trav.
Yeah, nice.
For getting that. That was amazing. Honestly, amazing. But it's like one of my favourite cards. Like, I'm going to get the autograph version of it at some point. I've just got the base at the minute, out of 99. But yeah,
are you going to peel off the protective cover?
No, I couldn't do it.
What about if you?
No.
There you go. Yeah.
Only if you grade it. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, only if I was to grade it, I would, but I'm not going to grade it. There's no way.
No.
I couldn't do it. I'm not like I just no. Something would go
just
wrong.
Drop it straight away.
Get a scratch on it or something.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A massive shout out to one Jamie on the pod for Chrome 2015 Rock Atomic that he sold to me. Thank you, Jamie.
That's all right. No worries. Thank you for buying it for me.
So the stainless steel card was my favourite card, and then the Rock Atomic came in, and I was like, oh my god, that's even more my favourite cards. Again, going back to what you said, Jamie, earlier on in the pod, when you get something in hand, I've not had Atomic before, and mate, amazing. And you've got
the
full
colours
set.
just really pop on them.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
There's nothing like them.
I think even like the cracked ice that you get like with Panini and stuff, like I just the Topps ones.
I agree. It doesn't quite have that same. I don't know. It's just something about the Topps ones that just seems a bit. They just look a bit nicer, and definitely.
Yeah.
Honestly, mate, as soon as because you went into one of the groups to sell a few things, and as soon as you listed that, I was like, I have to have it. Because it feels like it needs to be in my PC. Now I've got it. It's like, why have I not had this before, kind of thing. So really cool. I need to look at what other Atomics there are, because I'm not a big fan of having like a few cards of the same thing in my PC. I'm a bit weird like that. Maybe a bit quirky like that. I try to keep it different as much as I can do. But I'd be very happy to get a few Atomics in my PC, to be honest. Really cool.
I'll show you which ones are quite nice images, and we'll share them together. I'll show you what they are. You see why I wouldn't want to go after them, though, can't you? Like, they're just a nice card.
It's I don't think I would want the full set, but oh my god, like there's nothing close on Panini, in my view, nothing close. So very cool. And I'll talk about breaks. So after the last pod that we did, I was in a impeccable break for BCB, BC breaks. With Bron again, I struck out swinging. I didn't expect. I'm either going to hit to the moon or not get nothing. So I didn't do well. Then two bros have been doing Spectrum breaks. They've done, I want to say 4. Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they've done the big case break, didn't they?
Well, they've just done case breaks. So they've done 4 case breaks.
Yeah.
So they did the first 3. They had a little break, and they've just done another one.
Yeah.
Yesterday. That's
the one I missed. Yeah.
Okay. Yes. So I missed the first 2. I got into the third one, and I went for. So just before I tell you the people I went for, so our good friends at the Card Foundation, they've been doing breaks on Spectrum as well. But they're not called the Card Foundation on that. It's Filth Bomb.
That's the one.
Wrestling. They do the breaks on. So they were doing like snake breaks. So you'll buy a slot, and then you'll randomize to who goes first to who goes last, and you'll get a card basically. If you're first, you get the best card or whatever card that you want out of it. So I saw Johnny do a break, and he pulled a Lee Johnson out of 25 on the mat rookie card, basically. It's an RPA. So when I got the slots for this, I went up for Spears. Didn't get anything for Spears, but I picked up Lee Johnson as well. I got a on the mat base, not the signature version, but on the mat base, which was no big shakes. It looks nice though. I think it's a nice looking card. And I also got the auto shirt relic dark out of 10 RPA. I laughed all the way through because Jamie, you were in that break as well, right?
Well, I wasn't.
Okay.
I basically bidded on 2 things that I was after, and I got outbid last second. But I still watched the break because I knew, you guys were in there, so I just wanted to watch it as going on. But
I thought you had Shivani. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I went for Shivani and Trent. But I got outbid at the last minute on them both. But no biggie. But yeah, it's I didn't know you were watching it live or not, and I saw these things crop. I was like, "Is Lloydy watching it?" He's gone very, very quiet.
I didn't want to come off because, like, on my phone, I've got to come off to do the thing. I was like, "There's no way, like, I'm going to miss something," and so I waited until the end. But I did think I was going to get something Spears related because I hadn't seen much come up, and normally, if I don't see much come up, I get something from it basically. But I was a bit about it, but we'll cover more on that when we do the big topic anyway. There's a need to talk about Jade in breaks because I've noticed
crazy prices,
like the prices on Jade. Yeah, exactly. So we need to speak about that on the big topic. But yeah, getting a even though it's Lee Johnson, but getting a Lee Johnson out of 10 and an RPA, I was happy with that. You can't complain. And then yesterday I did one, and I had Preston Vance, and amazingly, I picked up Wardlow for a very competitive price. It was really good. Like,
was that on
I was watching
this
one.
So that was 2 bros.
It was on eBay, wasn't it?
I was thinking another eBay one, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I only got the base card from Wardlow, which is fine with me. It's better than nothing. I'm trying to be positive about it. But I haven't seen much Wardlow come up. There hasn't been... he's not all the way through the product either, which I find a bit strange because I thought he would have been. But more on that when we speak about the big topic. But that was it for me. Jamie?
So I'll start with my missus since we've been talking about the breaks and stuff. So yeah, I went in for that first 2 bros because that was like basically the day after Spectrum landed, really, wasn't it? So I wanted to get a bit of the action. I got outbid on a Trent, so I went in for Trent and I put like $15 and he went for like 17 or something. So a really cheap price, but I think there was a Trent pulled in that case break, I think.
Yeah.
So it's not a big deal. And then there was a Tony Schiavone. I went in again for about $15 and it went for about 18 or 19. But again, the prices are just all over the place, aren't they? Like you were saying, like Jade is attracting massive bids on there and stuff. So yeah, I've not really been on any breaks yet. I've just sort of been dabbling. Bruno's running a break this weekend as well. Impeccable. So I've got $1 on that because he only wanted 8 for that, and I thought, you know what, $8, that's good luck. You never know, do you?
That's really cool, man. I didn't notice that you'd gone in on it. So yeah, good on you.
Yeah, so you never know. It's all part of the fun, really, isn't it? And for a little bit of risk, it's no harm done, really. So, and then purchases. So again, I bought some Kendos from Icon. Again, I think when we spoke to Sam last time around, he was, not sure how quickly they get turned around, but I think he got them in hand that same week and they went on sale that Thursday or Friday, didn't they, pretty much? So, and I got them early part the next week. Not any sort of little stickers on them now. They just look real smart cards. So kudos to Sam. He's done really well with that line. So yeah, got 2 of those. The Red Waves. So I'm still churning through them. They're a bit slower than something else I've been collecting. But I'm down to 80.
Nice.
So again, I'm coming down a bit. So this week I picked up in sort of random bids for like 99 cents. I've got Rock, Edge, Bruno, Hogan, sort of just some big names really. So
sorry, a fly just flew up my nose. So it really took me by surprise.
Please, we're leaving this.
Sorry.
Please.
Leave it in. It's fine.
Leave it in.
All the air vanishing out of Chris. So those are coming down quite nicely now. So again, I'm picking them up. I'm putting 99 cents on a bid, and if I get them, I'll get them. If I don't, I don't. Ultimately, over 200 cards. If I can get them a bit cheaper, that'd be nice. But again, they're coming down nicely.
It's crazy, man. That, like, to me, that and obviously other products as well. It's just so large, and you've got it down to 80 already. It's crazy for me to even think that, to be honest, man. But well done.
I think it helps buying big lots as well. Like that always helps. Even if you get some duplicates, like you can save a hell of a lot of money doing that. Which brings me nicely onto a new thing. So, Lloydy, you sent me 5 Orange Flash in the mail a couple of weeks ago from Select. That's now made me go down this rabbit hole of getting Orange Flash. So, there's people who don't know the breakdown for Select, but ultimately it's split into 4 different parallels of base cards, isn't there? So you've got the different levels, and it makes up a 400 base set, pretty much, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So I am now 96 down, plus your 5, Lloyd. So I've got 101 Orange Flash in the last 2 weeks.
Good work, wow.
So, but it's only out of 300, is it? Because there's no Orange Flash for Mezzanine.
I can't remember if I looked or didn't. I thought they were Orange Flash in Mezzanine as well. I think the whole lot. I think that's the only one that goes all the way through. I'll have to double check, but I think it's all the way through.
If they are, if they do that, I've not seen them.
Because I was trying to work out, because obviously some of the images appear twice. Like Rob Van Dam's got 2 cards, and currently I don't know what number those Rob Van Dams I've got, so I've got to wait till I've got them in hand to figure out what's what.
So again, he's definitely got a concourse, and he definitely has a premier. I'm not sure if he has a ringside.
No, I'm not sure. I need to
feel like he does.
Checklist. Once they start coming through, I'll work them out. But
I'm pretty sure he does. I think I've got it.
Yeah, I can tell you that the concourse is 92, and the premier is 140. I
think there was one in the 200s, I think, as well.
Okay. So that means if it's in the 200, that means it's in the ringside as well.
Ringside, okay.
So 300 is Mezzanine.
Again, it's going to be a bit of a task, but these big lots have been quite handy. So I've got a lot of 46 for a good price, and I've got another lot of like 38. And plus I've picked up sort of a few smaller lots as well. Again, I'm not paying a hell of a lot of money. I paid $35 for the lot of 46. So again, like less than $1 a card. So that's going to be my next big one. Now I've got so close to completing that Atomic Chrome, I think the Orange Flash is going to be the big long-term challenge, I think. So I'll keep you updated with that.
Please.
The Red Wave. Yeah, I will. I'll keep you posted.
It's just the big cards cost a bit of money, right? Like the rocks and the stuff like that. They're a bit...
Yeah, and I found that with like the Atomic Chromes, like I've now got to this point where I've got just Hogan left, and that's going to be like a big purchase, really.
Yeah.
Which is part of the reason why I put those cards up on Facebook to try and get some funds together, but I've ended up spending that money on Orange Flash, so there you go. The laws of collecting, sadly. And the last thing I bought this week, I've done a little trade ski and a bit of a sale with two people. First of all, I bought some living set.
Oh yeah, I saw this.
Gerard Fawkes. He put a load of living card sets up, so we done a bit of a deal on Messenger, and I bought all of those from him. So I've got another 20 living set cards. I've never had any of them before, and that adds on top of the ones that I got from Michael Wells. He had that big sale on a couple of weeks ago, didn't he? So that has now got me on a living set run. So again, that may be something I'm going to pursue going forward with some living set. So watch this space. I'll see how I get on with that. And the last one, this is fresh off the press this afternoon. Sam at Icon wanted to see some of my all access relics, and we're sort of chatting through like multicolour relics and stuff. And he sort of had a Tory Wilson all access autograph, and he's like, "Oh, that's really nice. Would you be willing to sell it?" I was like, "You know what? What have you got for me?" So we've done a bit of a trade ski for that, and I've got his Lita bikini top relic, which I was going to maybe buy a few months ago. And he's also given me a Frank Gotch 1909 card as well, my first vintage card. So we had done a little bit of deal with that. So hot off the press, a deal with Sam at Icon today. So didn't expect that. I wasn't intending on getting it, but the deal's on the table. We'll do it, really.
Nice.
So yeah, pretty busy. Onwards with the collection, really.
And Jamie, I might have a few doubles of living set that might interest you, so I'll shoot you a message at some point about them. Cool, that's all right. Right, so that's our purchases. Big week for all of us. Big few weeks there, I would say. Some cool cards in there. Big topic. It's AEW Spectrum. AEW. Yay! Yeah.
Lord, you're very quiet over there in your corner.
I want to please, guys, go with regard to what you think about it. I've got my thoughts, but go on, Jamie. You go first.
I've only seen that one break. I've not had any in hand. I'm not really going to be going into this, I don't think. It's not really the price point really that I'm going to have much interest in. I find it a bit quite expensive at the moment. I think it's in this Panini thing, isn't it, where it's been released and it's quite highly priced. What I've seen so far, I've seen quite a few dinks on cards as a negative. We can talk about a bit more, but the chair shot cards are really nice. Like the metal ones are really nice. The full gear ones are quite cool. And props to Upper Deck because there's a lot more multicolours in this. Most of the relics I've seen are multicoloured. A bit of a few strange multicoloured relics. Yeah. And I like the turnbuckle ones.
Johnson has got an E and an S on it, hasn't it? From so obviously it's from the All Elite shirt, which I'm actually wearing today. But it's literally like the E and the S.
Okay,
right.
So it's basically that bit.
That's cool.
So yes, there is a lot more colour and a lot more stuff in it.
I say the turnbuckle ones are really quite nice. Like the 3 relic ones, obviously you see it's an AEW turnbuckle and stuff. So they've made a lot more effort on that side of things, but it's a higher end product, isn't it? It's not a base product. So I'm interested if that rolls through into flagship, if they have more colours in flagship. I'm not sure, but we'll see. But yeah, break-wise seems to be another thing is sort of chat about a bit more about quite repetitive. I've noticed there's a lot of things following one after the other in another box. There seems to be a lot of pairings cropping up back to back.
One break I was on. We know Tommy from ATP. His box that he opened. There was basically, I think it was the first box on the second break that I was on, and it was basically identical to what Tommy got, other than the big card that Tommy got out of it. Yeah, and I was just like, that's just bizarre.
I can't stand when that happens, to be honest. I think it's a real bad thing.
Weird. But...
Yeah, I mean, Jamie's kind of summed up my thoughts on it as well. It's now I've seen it opened, I'm not sure I could part with the money, even though beforehand I was like, yeah, I think I'm going to go for one. Now I've seen it, I think the risk is too great for me because there's no one. Yeah. I understand people who PC someone like Tommy, PC certain people that, it makes sense for him to go for it. But for me, yeah, I'm not sure it does. And there's a few issues with it. I don't want to be like completely negative. There are good things. I love the chair shots. I think they're really cool. I'll probably try and pick them up as like an insert set if the prices go down. Yeah, that's it.
I think they're quite cheap.
I've been watching a lot of them. It's like people like Darby Allin are going and John Moxley and stuff are going for a lot, but people like Joey Janela are not going for that much.
My boy,
I haven't seen a Sean Spears. No,
sorry,
nope, not one, and he's number one in that insert set. Yeah. So
nothing on breaks on eBay. Nothing. It's been dry. It's that one thing that I want to get. Like literally.
Well, I've got a saved search on eBay, on American eBay. So if I see one, I will shoot you a message.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, and it's the placement. The auto relics. I really dislike the placement of the auto. I just don't think it looks good. It's like above the relic and kind of in the middle of the card. I feel like it should be the other way around, but that's my own thing.
I don't like that they're vertical as well.
Yeah.
Bizarre.
That might be the reason I think it looks weird. What's the insert? The diamond ring. What's it called? I can't think what it's called. The battle. Yeah.
The diamond battle royal.
I think they look really nice. Yeah. I really like those. I think I've seen like Wardlow, one of those pulled, and really, really cool card. Yeah. I've watched quite a few breaks, and that's probably what put me off buying myself a box of it, other than the fact that I can't seem to find anywhere that's stocking it. Which is weird, yeah.
Right. Let's
I don't know why. Like, so on Blowout, for instance, it just says contact us, and usually that's not a good sign, is it? I don't. Yeah, I've seen it on there.
Nothing like the other boys don't normally have AEW, but
there's nothing come up on eBay, so no one's like bought a box over here and then tried to sell it for more or anything. I haven't seen any of that.
It's the weirdest. Breaks have been busy though, so like
absolutely,
want it, and breaks have been busy. It's just the fact that the product itself has been 2 sheets to the wall.
Yeah, and that's it. As you say, with the break prices, like I said earlier, I wanted to go for FTR, and I think if you buy them both, it was about $50, which I don't know, for me just seemed like too much of a risk with only 18 cards out of a case or something. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it's just too risky for me. I like to at least get something for my money. It really bugs me if I get nothing completely. So yeah, but yeah, some of the prices. I mean, you kind of touched on it earlier, Dave. The prices are just insane for certain people like Jade and MJF and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, what you do expect. I mean, like the reason I say Jade more than anything is because I've in 4 breaks that there's been for Two Bros, I have looked, and I think both Travis and I have tried to get Jade. Sounds really pervy. We've tried to get her slot, even pervier. We've tried to win her, even pervier. We've tried to be the person that gets her cards, and it's just insane prices. I think it's the highest I saw. I saw 2 in the 70s, and I saw
98 is the one I saw. Yeah,
and these are breaks. It's mad. Like it's just such a risk, isn't it?
And nothing like all I've seen come out on those breaks as well is just basic cards or nothing. You know, so it's just such a risk. Like going in so much. So like the risk versus reward, right? And if you're willing to spend 100,
nothing,
basically air, then fair play to you. But yeah, it's
And Jade is like going to be a massive commodity. Like, she's one of the hottest people to be out at the moment, isn't she? Like,
yeah.
And this is her first pack pulled card. So you can see why people are going mad in for her. But it's just insane. Like, the prices are all over the place. And you said about like the Dynamite Diamond cards. I don't know if I missed something there, but I thought the Spectrum ones were going to have a bit more like an impeccable type feel to them. I thought there was going to be like a little diamond type effect on some of those cards and stuff, but that doesn't seem to be the case.
There's just a diamond.
Yeah.
There's a little diamond, which is about 2/3 the way down. That's it.
But yeah, I thought a lot of the things, it didn't seem to match up as much as it read up on the previews, if that makes sense. I thought I was expecting a lot more high-end finish on stuff, and it doesn't seem to be having that high-end finish, like we said, with the whiting on the sides. And
I've got a question with the, I don't know if you guys will know or not, with the base cards, are they numbered to 99 or no?
No.
Yeah.
So there's base, and then there's 99, which is dark, I believe.
Right.
And then 50 is like a reddy orange colour.
Yeah.
They've all got names. And which one of the problems that I have with the naming convention of it as well. So, for example, 99 base, dark, and it's like a blacker version. My Lee Johnson out of 10 auto shirt relic thing, that is also dark.
So it kind of looks similar to the 99,
Exactly. So, but why?
Just make it a completely different
it makes
colour.
No sense. Yeah, just do a different colour. Whatever. Like, I think 25 on the base is the green, and that's the card that obviously Travis and I were trying to get with Jade because it's the colour match basically. So.
No, just all I thought was if you're paying these sorts of prices for boxes, I just think every card should be numbered. Even if you get 2 cards that are to like even $4.99 or $2.99, or do you know what I mean? Just makes you feel a little bit better when you're spending your money on that. But.
And some of the pricing as well, like I know we're saying a lot of it is quite high, but on the secondary market, there are some quite good deals to be done. I was looking at some Spectrum stuff earlier, and there's some like 50s into 25s, like for less than $15. And then like the bunny and stuff like that. Yeah,
absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, so the big boys are going for big money, but where will they come down? Probably.
It's just a waiting game. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with the chair shots. Is I'll pick up a few if I can get them, cheaply, but otherwise I'm just going to wait it out. Look on Comsy.
Yeah, exactly. The wonderful Comsy.
So, from my side, the one glaring thing for me is that, personally, and this is a personal opinion, I don't want a card set which is based around Battleship Grey. Like, am I wrong here? It's grey on a card set. So the flagship was predominantly black with a bit of colour on it, right? All the way through this set, it's grey. Like, it's a grey base, basically.
I wouldn't call it silver. I think it is grey, isn't it?
It's grey.
It's matte grey.
It's matte grey. A lot of it with hints of metallic for like the full gear cards and stuff like that. It doesn't, for me personally, that does not like entice me into it. And I know I took the piss out of Impeccable, and I still will take the piss out of Impeccable. The Planet Crate, fucking what from Star Wars. I will, but matching it against that, there's no competition at all, is there? Like, design wise, and I didn't like Impeccable. Don't really like the design on this either. It just looks a bit dowdy. It looks a bit like they haven't put much thought in it when we know that they've had so much thought to put in. There are highlights of it. Like, we have to mention, obviously, Tommy broke a box and he hit I want to say table for 2.
It was table for 2, yeah.
Which was Rio and
Nyla.
Oh, who was the other person?
Yeah.
Nyla Rose, yeah.
So massive card for him because obviously he does PC Rio, and it's a nice card. Yes. Yeah, so very rare, and it's a bit confusing that like some of the matches that we were talking about this earlier on, like some of the matchups, we don't remember tables matches for them.
No.
And there's nothing listed on the back to say what event that it was from either. So they're more perplexing than I think. I think they're a lovely card, don't get me wrong. I find them perplexing. So we've got to talk a tiny bit about the ring generals as well, which is one of the inserts. So I can't remember. It's definitely shirt. It's definitely matte.
Turnbuckle as well, yeah.
I feel like it's
it's ring
skirt.
Ring apron.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Ring skirt, yeah. Ring generals, honestly. So I think they look quite nice. Out of all of them, yeah. I think they look
quite smart.
Oh, really? Do you know what they remind me of? A bit leafy. A bit of a leaf. A bit of a leaf towards them. But I think they're very nice. I too, Chris, as well. I think that the shirt relic autos, or I think the matte relic autos are nice. I think the shirt relic, because they're obviously they're not horizontal, but yeah, it's the horizontalness, and it's just kind of like they've crammed it
it's
in.
just a bit too much, and the placements all just seem off.
There's a lot going on, isn't there, on them? That's the trouble.
And let's just sign off on this topic with my favourite card, the Eddie Kingston penis cards.
I forgot about that.
The hog, the Eddie Kingston.
That was deliberate,
hog.
Wasn't it?
It was
it's got to be
deliberate.
Oh, it's hilarious. So not all of the patch relics of the shirts were the AEW shirts. Some of them were their own shirts. So Eddie Kingston's patch of this, I think it was out of 10. No, I think it was 25 or 25. I think it was 25 or 25, if I remember rightly. Anyway, Eddie Kingston patch, not autograph, just the patch. And the patch was, so his shirt
black and yellow
had like a rosary. Well, it was like a rosary beads kind of coming down onto a cross. And they used the top section of the rosary, the chain, whatever you want to call it, the rosary. I don't know. I'm not Catholic, sorry. Whatever it was, beads.
Like
it doesn't look like a bead. It looks like just the top end of it. Anyway, but it was very blasphemous.
It was inverted as well, wasn't it? Like it was an upside down necklace, and it was placed perfectly in the middle of where Eddie Kingston's waist was.
It looked like he had a big stiffy. He had like a big mamba coming out of his pants.
Well, the thing is as well, though, the way they cut that relic, so they've sort of got a curve shape to the outline. It's like a rhombus, isn't it? I guess is what you would call it.
Yeah.
But it fits perfectly with like the outline that he's got of that as well. So you've got this perfectly black thing that he's wearing, and then this like illuminated middle part. You think, Jesus Christ. So anyway, it sold quite a good price as well.
Brilliant, yeah.
It's I mean, I don't know how much it actually sold for, because they had it listed for $200, and I don't know how much it went for. But as soon as I saw it, I was for some reason, and I don't know why, I was taken with it. But I'm glad I didn't buy it, because I think
that's going to be one of these like cards that will live in infamy. That people will say, "Do you remember the card that looked like that?" Oh,
could well do.
I hope so. And we have to obviously talk about the Starks looking like he's going to town on himself. It looks really weird. It's like, is it like a hood that he's got in his? He's not got his hand in his trousers. I think he's got something in his hand. But because it's black as well.
Yeah, because he's shirtless in the pic, isn't he?
It's an entrance one, isn't
so
it?
It's his,
so it's his shirt.
Yeah, so it's his like thing that he wears on the way in.
But it looks like he's got his hand down his pants and he's
going
gone down on himself.
Good game, good game.
So
very good game.
Good game, Mr. Starks, good game. What's on the board? So yeah, it was quite funny. They did both those cards and made me laugh out loud. So if anything, I have fond
So
memories
in our
of
top
those
5
back
X-rated
days.
cards of the year, we've got Charlotte with her red arm. We've got Ricky Starks and Eddie Kingston's penis card.
You got quite the collection there.
massive penis. It's hilarious. Okay,
Cool. So does that kind of wraps us up for Spectrum for now? Until maybe we get, in the future weeks, once we've got a few of these cards in hand, I'm sure we're gonna have some purchases to talk about. So yeah, we'll revisit Spectrum at a later date. See what we see.
Yeah.
Cool. So that takes us to the main event, the top 5 of this week, which we chose, chose insert sets, which I've wanted to do for quite a while, in all honesty. One of my favourite things is not necessarily like collecting a whole set, but sometimes just an insert set from that set. So yeah. Dave, do you want to start us off on this one? Yeah,
I will. I would.
Sorry?
Thank you. And I would say that inserts are not my favourite thing. Like, out of all sets, I don't look at the inserts and go, "This is the thing that I'm looking for."
I'm the opposite. Yeah,
I love an insert.
Like,
I love it. Yeah,
I look at base. I look at the base parallels and the 101s and stuff like that. I look at the autos. But inserts for me, because I find them more miss than I do hits, and I think when they're a hit, they're fantastic. I think when they're a miss, I'm like, man. Yeah. And if I'm like trying to be a completist and doing my Jamie, being a completist, I would, if I'm doing the base and all the bits and pieces to it, if there is a set of inserts and I'm paying money out to get the inserts that I don't want to get the fucking inserts, it's a bit of a one for me to be like, why am I bothering with these? I don't want these. They look horrible.
No, I do agree with you on that. If you're not, there's a few that where one of the inserts in that set is rubbish, but sometimes there's certain things. Revolution, for instance, I didn't really like many of the inserts in there, but then they'll have one, and then that sells me on the whole product, if that makes sense, just because I want that insert set. It's kind of a bit like Spectrum, actually, as well, with the chair shots.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, like, I think when they're a hit...
But you can get some real duds.
There's so many in my mind that I'm thinking about right now. It's like, why bother? And they're more like extended, like match cards, or like a picture of them from. It's not a match card per se. It's more of the picture of them, but it's from this part of their career, basically. And those are the ones I'm just like, I don't like, unless I've got some kind of meaningful connection with that. And that is it, especially with tops, there were very fucking random moments, you know what I mean? But I just, I felt a little bit wishy-washy sometimes. But I say, when they're hit, and we're going to go through the hits,
cool ones,
you know what I mean? Like, exactly. But I'm just saying, for me, sorry, it's not my area of expertise. So you may not agree with a lot of what I'm saying, but it's just is what I like. So, number 5, Stone Cold die cut the skull. One of 9. I want to say 10. I want to say 10. There was 10 of them. That's from Topps Finest 2020. I thought they were really good. I think they were very
Topps really went out for
unique.
like die cuts, and they sort of that year, didn't they?
The last few years they did.
Yeah. You definitely knew when you got one because it fell out the packet. Like, no matter where it was, it just fell out of the packet. And I've got fond memories of like the Card Foundation with trying to help P-Bear getting his one of 5s for the 316s and stuff like that. And they look great graded as well. Danny from CFP got it graded, one of them graded as well. So I think they're very, very unique cards. It's hard to call them cards. You know what I mean? For me, it's a die cut. It's not really a card per se, because it's thick. It doesn't feel like a card. It doesn't act like a card. It's, you know what I mean. It's something more. It's
like a cool take
almost.
on really a card, weird. Almost. Yeah. So that's number 5. Number 4, I put it in. So AEW Canvas, because I thought if it wasn't in someone else's, I would put it in there. And I saw Jamie's, and I didn't know, because I submitted mine after Jamie, and I didn't know, Chris, if you were going to put it in. I think more so it's more of an honourable mention for me personally. It's not my favourite. I know people love.
I really like them. I think they're really unique.
I like
They've not been
them,
done before, have they? Like,
yeah.
You think if they'd done a canvas for WWE, like what the cool? If you'd done like a classic matches thing on the canvases, like you could get some really cool images.
Yeah, and the canvas ones sign really well as well. So if you get these signed in person, they look really nice, in my opinion.
I might be getting one signed. More about that later on. I'll tell you what I got planned. So I put one in for Chris. It was quite funny, and I did this because I thought Chris would have this.
No.
He didn't have it.
I still don't know.
It's hilarious.
I'm collecting it.
So, cover shots, Flair WWE, Absolute Divas 2002. So I put cover shots in. I think more so out of all of them, because you could go through every one of them, whatever. But the Stephanie McMahon one, for me personally, is iconic, and it's one of those iconic cards. We've gone through this before anyway, like on our top 5s, but it's an iconic card. I think it needs to be in there. I think it's a great insert. I think that for me is a proper insert.
Yeah, I collect them. Yeah, they're not in my top 5. I'm halfway through. I've done most of these. I think I need Lita, which is an expensive one, and then Dawn Maria or someone, which is not an expensive one. But I've picked up. Yeah, I've got a fair amount of these, and I just there's so many inserts that made my kind of list, and this one didn't even make it on my
so funny.
Potential list. So
the cool thing with Flair and stuff is with these cover shot inserts, and when we get to mine, we'll go through as well. Is they use a lot of actual imagery which was on other WWE stuff, whereas
you magazines and
actual things you would see,
other products.
And obviously around this period they had I don't know if you guys remember the action figures. They did a cover shots action figure line as well.
I have. Yeah, I've got the DX in suits. Yeah. Is that what you mean? Yeah.
They had a
so it's
figure set. It had a magazine cover on the back.
Do you mean the ones where they're in the middle?
That's right.
So there's a Kurt Angle where he's in. Yeah. No, so the one I had is from before that.
So that was the DX. They had a whole line of the DX.
DX in suits, wise guys. It was the magazine crossover sort of thing.
So it's quite cool to see this crossover in cards. And Topps never really done it. They sort of created artwork, didn't they, as such, really? So, it's a cool shout, Lloydy.
Number 2, The Rock Legends Tribute Set, Topps Transcendent 2021. So this was a 50... Basically, look at his career. It was a 50 box set that was unique. So there was a Flair one and there was a Rock one that year. The Rock one, the price wise, it's ridiculous.
Crazy.
They're all going up and up in price.
What is the price of that now?
On a monthly basis, it seems ridiculous.
Something like that for the Rock set.
What of the? Of the
whole
set. When it first came out, people were selling it for about 500.
I was offered it on eBay for $329 when it first came out. And I nearly done it, but I didn't.
You should have bitten the hand off.
Now goes for. I don't look what it would go for now.
No, don't do it.
I'd say the only negative side of it is that some people just don't like frames, and as well as if you bought it sealed because it comes sealed.
Well, there's only a set number of printed of that as well. There's no more made of that. It's not in mass numbers. It's 50 or whatever the print run was of Transcendent, really. Yeah,
it's 50 out of 50 basically. So it's, there's 50 set. It's crazy, really, if you think about it. But I love it. I think those cards / frames, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, again, is it a card? I think they're lovely, and I own one of them at least, and yeah, I love that card. And my top one, and this was the first one. I've always said that this is my favourite insert, and I'm going to die on my sword here. So it's the crystal insert from Top Superstars 2021. This is like, I know that a lot of companies do this kind of thing, like this translucent with picture on the front,
kind of like acetate thing,
acetate kind of card, yeah. So I know that a lot of people do it. I know it's been around for a long time, but it feels like a throwback. It feels out of place within the Superstars set. But
I'd say out of place in a good way, though. Yeah.
But yes, that's the thing. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, 100%. It's out of place in a good way because it's just such unique. It's unique. It's kind of slaps you in the face, really, and goes, I'm here. Like, and I don't think it gets the love
we
it
haven't
deserves
had clear cards
at
be
all.
donkers years either. Like, it's such a nice piece.
Not in wrestling, no.
It's a sport thing, you know what I mean? It's I see a lot of it in sport. I never see it in wrestling. It just feels like it's like a throwback card from like late 90s, early 2000. That's where it should kind of exist. But it's just I thought it was absolutely fantastic. I love that card. I still haven't got the full set of it.
You need to let me know who you're missing, because I've got spares of these as well. Because when these came out, I went for this set. Because there was Star Wars ones out at the same time, so I got the Star Wars ones and the WWE ones. I was on a crystal hype at the time. So yeah, let me know.
But it's just nice that they exist, and it makes me smile that they do exist. And it's kind of, because they were the Superstars side, British, European, you know what I mean? It feels like it's ours. It feels like it's one
something
thing
cool
we had that was ours, that was really cool, that
under
the rest
the radar
of the world didn't see. And I think in years to come, people are going to look back at that and go, you know what, that's really, I didn't even know about this card. And I think it'll be a good card.
So,
Jamie,
I've done a little bit of sets that I've liked over the years. So these aren't like the top 5 in sets go. These are just the ones that I tend to like, and I hope I can sort of sway you guys to put these in the Mega 5 a little bit. But so the first ones I'm going to be putting in are the National Hero set from Topps 2010. So we've had this conversation briefly in the past. I think these mid-2000s sets are really overlooked. And there's a lot of inserts in there which were really quite cool at the time. And National Heroes is one of them, which is, obviously Panini have done that this year in their National Heroes type set, but this is sort of like along the same sort of lines.
These ones look better. So
you had like the Superstar standing there with a flag behind them. But again, because of like the legends you've got that period, you've got a mix of legends and new people. And they actually refer to, like, instead of Great Britain, they have like England. You've got like the British Bulldog with the England flag and not like the Union Jack. And there's just a really nice
a couple of England ones, isn't there? Yeah.
So, and again, it's not a particularly hard set to get. If you wanted to get the whole lot, like, you could probably get the chase quite easily and get a nice lineup of them. So yeah, National Heroes going in at 5. Number 4.
Jesus, the Vladimir Kozlov is
really
$92.
But if you look underneath that, there's like almost the whole set for $7.95.
Yeah, you see. Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
And I'm not sure if he's in that one or not, but yeah, somebody's tripping over there.
Someone loves a bit of Kozlov.
Yeah. But what I like about these over the Panini ones is that it's like the whole card is almost a flag, whereas the Panini ones it's a little bit, different. They're kind of just in the centre. I don't know. I just think these ones look nicer.
They just like really pop as well. Like they're like quite a cool image, really. So
bright and that's it.
But that era of Topps, like this is one of my favourite inserts, and there are some more inserts set, but I thought I'd put this one in. So number 4, I've gone for the 30 Years of SummerSlam from Heritage 2017. You mentioned early on in the show, Chalky helped me complete this set for my own Heritage completion. So again, it's sort of 30 Years of SummerSlam, got a real retro feel to it, and it sort of go through the big moments, but it's sort of got like a comic book font down the bottom, so it kind of like gives you a bit of a story about the match, and it's just a really nice image. And again, there's iconic, all the big SummerSlam matches are featured on there and stuff. So that's going in there, and again, just a nice set I've enjoyed. Number 3, I've gone for the tables, ladders, and chairs insert set from Flair Roy's War. This is quite a small mini set, but again, it's sort of
it's kind of brutal.
It's quite a brutal one. There's a lot of head shots of chairs and stuff. But,
head chair shots. Simpler times.
For me, this is like an era of like my peak of wrestling, was like 2000, 2001, and there's like the the TLC matches and stuff on there. But it's sort of like a No Mercy type effect. And again, I love an action shot. I know the chair shots and heads aren't particularly good, but I like an action shot in a card. And for me, that was like my peak wrestling. I really enjoyed getting that set as a kid, and that stays with me quite a bit, really. So
yeah, can I just say quickly on that? I hadn't seen this insert set until today, and I looked it up. And like when I first saw the images, I was like a little kid. I was like, "Oh, look at this one!" Like I just thought it was really cool.
Some of them are obviously
really brutal.
Quite brutal. Like, obviously, there's like some real chairs to the head, but some of them like one Triple H like swinging the chair at angle, and like it's like a really good like mid motion shot just after.
Yeah, they're
really quite cool.
Really cool.
Number 2 are the pay-per-view posters from All Access, and this is 2002. So they've basically done a run of all the pay-per-view posters from 2001. So you've got WrestleMania 17 there, Backlash, and it's the actual pay-per-view poster. Again, it's been repeated over the years, but again, this is like my peak fandom for me. So having these cards, like it just takes me straight back to rattling off that card off the top of my head and knowing what happened on that event. So there's a bit of nostalgia there for me for those ones. So yeah, pay-per-view posters from All Access. And number 1 for me are the die cuts. Again, Tops over that last couple of years done some great die cuts. I've gone for the In Your House ones. Again, they're a really weird shape. Must have been a nightmare to try and manufacture. And again, not many dinks on them. They normally come out quite well. But I've tried.
They're a nightmare to get in a penny sleeve.
Tell me about it, Jesus Christ! I get
upside down.
Cut them in half.
Yeah.
So since I think Car Foundation got me onto these, really. Again, I wasn't really buying them, and then someone on Car Foundation said they're going to go over the whole lot, and I thought I might do the same. But Chris is right, like getting into a penny sleeve and top loader is a bloody nightmare.
Yeah, not fun.
The gold parallels look really good.
I like the gold in this.
So the only one I've got in gold is Keith Lee. I don't know if I'll go after all of them, but they've got
Keith Lee.
They're not a bad price though. Even the golds aren't expensive. But if you get, keep an eye out. They're not too bad. So again, they're just a really cool shape, aren't they? Like a house-shaped card is just nuts, really. Isn't it? Like they must be so hard to produce. So yeah, that's my top 5. Yeah, just 5 insets I like there, really.
Nice. Some good choices by you both there. So in number 5, it could only be Dave's favourite, Five Timers Club. I like you said about me with the cover shots, I was shocked you didn't have this at number 5. Yeah, I thought it was bound to.
I've never seen that.
So I thought if he doesn't, I'll do it.
I'll keep an eye for it.
No, I've still got a save search for that as well, and never pops up. So this one is one I really enjoyed when I got a hobby box of Chrome 21, was it, I think? Really enjoyed these. I'd love to have an auto, because obviously there's auto versions of them, coloured parallels and stuff. But yeah, it's just very pricey. I think I've done the insert set just base-wise. But yeah, really cool. Number 4... I've gone for Allen and Ginter, but not the ones that some people might have seen, like the ones from last year, Heritage.
I'm actually so annoyed that I didn't.
Are you really?
In.
So it's the 2012 ones that are
traditional,
a throwback to the cigarette cards. So the little, tiny cards, they just look wicked.
There's Chrome versions as well.
They're the same size as well, aren't
they?
Yeah.
So it's just like a real throwback, and they just look awesome. It's something that I remember as a kid. Like my nan used to have loads of these cigarette cards everywhere, and just really cool. I do think that they should have continued that theme throughout. I don't think they ever should have gone to the bigger cards, but that's just my own personal preference, I guess.
agree.
And I didn't like in the last Heritage the fact that if you bought a hobby box, you got the whole set. It kind of took the shine off them a little bit for me. I think I ended up getting like a whole set and then another half a set. So, yeah. Number 3, we've spoken about it quite a bit already, so I won't say too much. It is the chair shots from AEW Spectrum. I think these are wicked. As I said, I've already spoken about it. I'm going to try and get the set at some point down the line. Watching a bunch at the moment. And then, they're just really cool.
The only negative thing I'm going to say onto this is that because you've not had one in hand yet, they probably would be better. So. Don't get me wrong, but because you haven't had him in the hand, I'm not saying disqualified or anything like that, but maybe a bit too early to tell.
Oh, I don't know. I'll have to disagree with you there. I'd have to disagree.
I don't know. We'll see.
Dave, who put Jade Cargill in his in his top 5 autos. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not disqualifying it. I'm just saying it's.
Then maybe if I'd had one in hand, it would be even higher up. Might even have made number 1. You never know.
It's a big shout. I'm going to say it's a big shout, but it's
I just think the fact because they're metal as well, aren't they? So like when I've seen someone open them and then they flicked it and it was like metal, I just thought that was really cool. But
are they? The thing is, I don't know how weighty they are.
I don't know.
I don't know. Like they look thin, and that was the only thing that I thought that was a bit weird because I thought they were going to be like a proper thick, like. Well, everything else seems to be chunkier at the minute. You know what I mean? Like, why?
I wonder if they're going to be more embossed as well. They didn't seem that sort of raised. But again, until you see one in hand, it's hard to tell from a stream, isn't it?
That's it's not to put you down on it, mate. It's just I just don't think I don't think anyone has had them in hand that I know. To be honest,
no, I don't think so. Nobody that I know over here. No. Yeah. Number 2, I was sort of torn on number 1 and number 2, and I kind of wish I'd put this at number 1 to a degree. It is one insert set that I've completed recently, again, thanks to the chalk man on eBay. It is the Turn Back Time cards. So they were in Heritage 2016. I can't remember if they're called Turn Back Time or Turn Back the Clock now. I've said it. Turn Back the Clock, yeah. I don't know why I've written time. So they're cards of cards. So they're cards of like the old Merlin cards and the sort of. I think a couple of wacky wrestlings in there. But I think they.
Why would they even?
No, I don't know. They start. No. So they start, I think, in sort of the mid to late 80s, and then go through. I want to say to like the mid 90s. I don't think there's any past sort of the Attitude Era. But yeah, they're just cool. It's like I think that's a really nice thing at the time for them to do, you know, paying homage to the roots again. So yeah, I just think they're really cool. And number 1 is pay-per-view posters, but from the Superstars set. So I think we all know these ones quite well. I loved collecting these. It was a real, I got to get these all sort of thing. And former ATP member Andrew helped me complete the set.
Nice.
And I helped him complete his set, but he is no longer a member. We don't know why you left, but you left. Cool, again, numbered parallels. I think, Dave, you saw one last week to 5. Undertaker and Shawn.
I did. Sorry, I'm still laughing about the Andrew. I did see
reasonably priced for a change,
very reasonably.
Yeah,
the parallels are really nice as well, and these like the different colours are just.
Agreed. Yeah,
there's a Rock Cena one from Mania 28 that I still haven't put out of 50 that I still haven't pulled the trigger on, and it's been there forever, and I do need to pull the trigger on it because it definitely needs to be part of my PC. So yeah, no, I get it, man. yeah, I always go back, for me on that one personally, I always go back to the Sasha Bailey. That's one of them, isn't it? Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
100%. The Sasha Bailey.
Yeah, and for me it was the I quite liked the Cactus Jack Triple H one. That's one of my favourites because I love that match in any way. So yeah, that's made top spot for me. Do we have any honourable mentions? Because the only one of the ones I'll quickly say is sticking with you guys' die cuts, the Undertaker Tombstone.
It's nice.
One. That one.
I thought that was going to be number one on your list. I'm so surprised it's not on there. Don't get me wrong. There's so much on your list that I love, but I thought you loved that.
I don't have. I think I only have one or two of those. So I'm like, it's not one that I've ever gone for. I don't know why. It's the same with Stone Cold. I really like them, but
I'm surprised that the chair shots is in there, and you.
I think I prefer the chair shots. I think it's cool, but
the same shape as well.
The other one for me, or the other two, sorry, WWE 2K16.
Oh, that's a nice.
I really like those ones. I'm halfway through one of them, through completing that set, and from my baby, the Slam Attacks Chrome series, the Thank You Taker inserts.
That's nice.
I really like those.
Yeah.
I've got loads of the different coloured parallels, so yeah.
Again, I didn't think you'd have that.
I just feel like I'm too Slam Attacks Chrome heavy this week with my boxes, so I thought I'd mix it up a bit. What about you guys? Any honourable mentions?
I could have gone through like so many inserts and thought these are really cool, and I kept changing my mind. Just a few quick mentions. Undisputed 2015. There's a cage insert set with every single cage match, and there's like an image from the cages, which is quite cool. And there was like a coloured card. In the Legends set, there's like the greatest matches of all time. Again, really cool images of like stuff like that. And like there's some rivalries in insets over the years as well, been like really quite cool. But again, it's so tough to pick. Like, and you can just go down a rabbit hole and then find things you've never seen before, can't you? And that's the trouble.
Yeah.
What about you, Lloydy?
Oh, it's only the one for me, and that's another die cut. We bloody love that.
On the top five.
Oh, I wasn't going to say butt plugs. I don't think. So, Lift Off.
Yeah.
From Revolution, and just generally because it doubles up.
None of us said Wednesday in Action either, did we?
I love it. Yeah.
That's another nice set.
No.
Top Rope's a nice one as well. But there you go.
Yeah. The lift off for me was a very big surprise actually, and I think it is it's underrated. I think a lot of people might go back to that, especially like the parallel version of it, because they did come in parallels as well.
I was about to say, I've not seen many of the parallels of them around, but
I have the Kofi Kingston, the cubic, and I only picked that up like it's like 20 quid or something like that. I think it was quite cheap. So,
nice.
That's the only thing for me.
That means it's Mega 5 time. Are we ready with our countdown music?
5 time. Let's do it. Yeah, you ready?
5 time.
5, 4,
Let's go.
3, 2, 1, go. Quicker every week, that, doesn't it? Flies by. Right.
And who wants to start us off? What about you, Jay? You want to start us off this week? If you're,
let's.
What you think? Where's everyone's head at in this?
Right, I'm gonna go for number 5. I'm gonna go for the canvas cards. I think because they're such a unique insert set, they're quite cool. And
Can I
Yeah.
just interrupt? It's the only time I'll interrupt on it. Number 5, honestly, has to be 5 times.
I've got that written down. Yep.
Okay.
Like what? Like it has to be. So let's
4.
let's
So
start with
starting at
4,
number
James.
4, we're going to have the AEW canvas cards, which are quite cool. Again, a unique one. So I think we all quite like those anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's number 4. I'm going to be putting in any of the die cuts from any of the tops ones. I don't mind either or. I just think the die cuts are just quite a cool thing. They were a new thing to have out. So yeah, I'm happy with any of them really. Whatever you guys want to go for.
I like that. I like the fact that we can like
We
put
could maybe
all
do
die
top 5
cuts
die
together.
cuts at
I
some
think that's
point.
quite
There's a lot of
cool.
them around now.
You know what I mean?
But when you say the
top
tops ones, you just mean like the In Your House and the Stone Cold
The tombstones,
head.
the
Tombstone, yeah.
butt
okay.
plugs.
The butt plugs cannot go in
the
there.
butt plugs.
There's a lot, and obviously there's been the skulls, obviously. Yeah, and any of those, I'll be happy with that in that other slot. Alan Naginta, I think the Sig style ones have got to be near the top there somewhere. I think they're very cool. A bit of vintage feel to
I
it.
agree.
Um,
Honestly, I kicked the living piss out of myself when I saw that on Chris's list, and I was like, how have I not put that in? That's like, I search on those regularly.
That's how I felt about the cover shots. I was like, how have I, what? Yeah.
I agree.
yeah, and then
Number 1.
I'm pretty happy. Like they're all good. It's hard to put any of these in an order, isn't it? Like they've all got their own unique points. What were you guys? What do you think?
What was your number 1
I
then?
don't know. Let's go. Let's go with something. Let's go for something that was unique for us. Let's go with the crystal cards as number 1. Something that was an ATP card.
I'm happy to share crystal with the pay-per-view posters because they're both in the same set. So if we want to say superstar inserts, and it's on brand with us, we're British, and it's a European set, I'm okay with.
The other inserts were good as well, weren't they? Like the
set.
Return of Fans was a cool one. The Rock ones were
There
quite
was-
cool.
There was the Cena, the Rock, and the Austin, but then there was these. What was it? There was 3 inserts in there that I didn't like, and it was like finisher moves, WrestleMania moments, and something else.
Super
but we'll
Elite's
just
in there
pretend
as
they
well,
don't. Well, they were cool, yeah. They were really cool. So yeah, I suppose the good outweighs the bad on that. So yeah, I'm happy with that.
Okay.
And it's our set.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
absolutely.
It's our legacy. There's no other. You know what I mean? Like, what's the
Well, it was
legacy
the end
now?
of the line as
Panini
well. That was
Day.
like the
fuck
last
that.
set we had, wasn't it? Like
Suck my dick.
that pretty much came out.
Yeah, it was like the last hoorah
I mean? It's
for
terrible.
tops in this country, wasn't
That's
it? And
definitely
I felt like they went all out
Yeah.
almost. Yeah, stick a dump's fine with me.
Yeah.
And we still talk about it on a
And
weekly
it's-
basis with
Yeah,
the auto.
and it's so
you know what I mean?
well over a year old now, isn't it? So
Well, I think it came out
Yeah.
like the October time, and Tops lost the license one in
Yeah.
December. So we had like it was out in shop 2 months and then gone.
just gone. Yeah,
So there we are.
Yeah.
That's it. All right. Well, that's
Yeah.
my 2 cents. Anyway, I'll let you guys do yours. Really?
That's it. I'm happy unless Chris is.
yeah, I'm pretty much what I had, to be honest. I had the die cuts a little bit higher up and the Allen and Ginter a little bit lower down, but yeah, I'm happy with that. And the only other one was the Rock Transcendent I had in there at 4. I didn't have the canvas cards in,
Okay. So let's do.
but I do like the canvas
I'm
cards.
happy. I'm happy with the canvas. The reason being is they're loved, universally loved by.
And they're a lot more accessible for your average Joe than the Rock Transcendent cards. Although they are, I was looking at those today, and wow, yeah, really cool. Really like them.
I mean, they're up there, but I'd rather have a more popular than you know what I mean, like a card that's universally loved than a card that's
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
I much prefer.
So let's just clarify it. So we've got it.
Right. So I've written on here 5 timers at 5.
Yeah.
Canvas at 4.
Yep.
Die cuts at 3,
Yeah.
but we haven't specified what die cuts at the moment. So we've just done a group of the die cuts.
All die cuts.
What about like tops chrome
Die
die
cuts.
cuts?
Yeah.
How about that?
Tops chrome.
Because then it gets rid of the butt plugs and
Fine. Tops chrome die cuts.
Well, Stone
fine.
Cold
It's
was
yeah.
fine.
So it was still a chrome
Chrome
product,
frame,
isn't
though,
it? Do you know what I mean? It's chrome effect
true.
cards.
Plasticky die
Chromey cards.
Okay, I get you.
There you go.
I get you. I
Then
like
we've
it.
got
I like
Alan
it.
and Ginter at 2, and then Superstars at 1. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
So, for purposes
Yeah.
of proving that I listened to last
Can't
time's
believe.
episode, you were debating if I keep a record of all the Mega 5s and top 5.
Oh yeah.
So,
we hope it.
Yeah.
I have tiny little envelopes which I write them on here, and I kept a stash of them.
Oh, banging.
Nice.
Banging.
But we cleared out our spare room, and they've been binned by accident. So I now have to go through every episode and work out our Mega 5s.
Should we just do it like at one episode each at a time or something?
Maybe
like that
someone
in
takes
the next
1, 2, 3, or
we'll
3,
work
4,
it
5,
out.
6. You know,
Yeah.
we'll figure it out.
But it's a bit of a loft story. For maybe I'll discuss it off air. But we went in our loft and decided to clear out, and it was just a bit of a mess. So anyway, so yeah,
Oh,
so I did keep a record of them,
Sorry.
but I now don't have the record of them. So for this
okay.
minute, we have got episodes 11, so we're all good. So there we go. Right,
Cool.
Episode 11 done.
Well done. Nice.
Mega 5.
Done.
Excellent.
Go on, Jamie. You do your spiel at
Right,
the top of
okay.
it.
So first things first, what do you want to do about next time's top 5? Have we had any thoughts?
Well, it's your week, isn't it? It's your week, bud.
Shall we?
What are you thinking?
Shall we do something? Top 5 manufactured relics. So not canvases or anything like that. Actual manufactured relics. So that will be Hall of Fame rings, the patch cards,
Coins.
relics, coins, medallions.
Yeah, okay.
Andre the Giant.
anything
looking
like that.
Yes, Battle Royal.
Yeah, anything like that. A manufactured relic. Top 5 manufactured ones.
Okay.
Does that work for you guys?
Yeah, it's cool. That'll be
Yeah.
fun to look at, actually, like to research and stuff. So, yeah.
And a little bit of a twist on the normal relics. So, cool. Right,
Okay.
that sounds good.
I like it. I like it.
We're at the end of the show, really. Just plugs and stuff. I guess. Am I right?
Well, the big topic is still to be.
Yeah, I
confirmed,
mean,
really, isn't it?
yeah.
But we kind of know what we want to do,
figure it
but
out.
we'll see where we are. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So
Okay.
off we
Go
go.
on.
Right. So
Plug
you
us,
wanna find
Jamie.
us on
Plug
Facebook.
us.
We're at Squared Circle Relics Pod on Facebook. Got to give Lloydy some props here. He manages that pretty much the whole time. He does the posts. He if you send a message to Facebook, it'll be Lloydy picking that up. So big shout out to Lloydy for that. So you can find us on Facebook. On Instagram, we're at Square Circle Relics Pod. Again, we're trying to do pictures every day on there. I think we topped 100 followers actually last week, and that seems to be going up every couple of days. We seem to be getting extra followers. So again, thank you very much for liking it. If you don't already like it, just head over there, have a look at the pictures, and if you like it, give us a follow.
It's really awesome,
Agreed.
man.
So yeah, I'm glad you guys enjoy it as well, because obviously it's just sort of delving through my archive really into something that'll be nice. And it's, I do enjoy it with that, so it's quite a cool thing for fans to have a look at. On Twitter, if you want to reach out to me, I'm at Jamie Stocker on Twitter. Anything wrestling card based, I tend to really do over there, so hit me up on there if you're interested. If you want to join the listener chat, again, if we do Panini instant orders or anything like that, come on the chat, join in there. We're going to have a little bit of chat back and forth as well. We're still doing sticker swaps and Panini debut swaps and stuff, so send us a message or anything, we'll get you added to that group. And that's pretty much for our sort of social plugs. Obviously, Lloydy, I guess you're going to let us know what we've got lined up shortly over the next few weeks, but we've got some cool things planned, so we can run through that, I guess.
Yeah, so over the next couple of weeks, this is our first recording of the week. We're doing another one on Saturday. TBC when that comes out, and as promised, that's going to be our Japanese special / Joshi special. It will be the three of us, but we're going to have 3 guests on as well. They've all confirmed, so I can tell our listeners who they're going to be. So it's going to be Tommy from ATP, You've
spoke
not
about
heard
a lot
him
on the
before on
pod,
the
but
pod,
not in-
so it will be. We've spoken about a lot. Another person I've spoken about a lot is my mate Travis. Travis Fowler. He'll be coming on as well, and also I don't know. I've not really heard of the guy before. Johnny, is it Danny or is it Johnny? No, it's definitely Johnny Tancredi.
I thought it was Tancredi.
Yeah, Tancredi. He will be joining us. He's texting me at the minute, actually. But he will be joining us on our special on this weekend. So we'll be recording it this weekend, and we're going to try to get that out somewhere between this episode and the next episode. The next episode will be recorded as normal, and the recording after that either will be us at a Comic-Con in the Wales Comic-Con in Telford, or it will be after we've been to that. We'll either be there doing it and recording it for the future episode. I believe that's episode 13, or it will be us doing a review afterwards with maybe a few interviews we do while we're there. So we're going to be there, guys. So if Wales Comic Con in Telford,
not quite Wales,
okay,
close enough.
You're not quite Wales. We will be there. So if you want to come along, join, meet us, and say hello, please feel free. We'll be around.
I guess we're going to be meeting with people that we.
I think that's it.
Already, so it'd be quite nice to put a few faces to names.
Exactly. Yeah,
people through the pod that we've met and stuff. So really looking forward to that. Actually,
yeah,
it'd be cool.
Yeah. And to be honest, first time all three of us.
Before. That's it.
Yeah.
I won't give you a lift though, Chris. I won't bore you alive.
Jamie and I have never actually.
What's that?
Well, no, but Jamie and I have never actually met. So I've met Chris, and Jamie's met Chris, but I've not met Jamie, so that'll be the first time. So that's the plans. I'm _Lloydy boy on Instagram. Come say hello. More so, as I said, I'm normally on the Squared Circle Relics podcast, but with regarding the Facebook of it, as Jamie said. So yeah, if you want to come over there and chat with us on there as well, it's all cool. I'm around. That's it from me, Chris.
Cool, yeah. Good stuff there. I am, as always, at Cambridge Trading Cards on Instagram, YouTube, and now Twitter. Had a few videos in the last couple of weeks. I think I had a Slam Attacks Chrome. Get used to that.
I watched that video. I really enjoyed that, actually.
Oh, good. Excellent. What did I get? Charlotte Flair to 25?
Yeah, it was, I can't remember which.
Something like that.
Because you've done quite a few.
The Icons one. I've done loads of Chrome, really yeah. And then I've had Dave's favourite Panini debut has gone up today. I have no idea how that's doing, but it wasn't, I'll be honest, it wasn't that fun to open. My pools, I'll tell you guys the pools anyway. I got 3 greens. I got the Rock, Stone Cold, and the Undertaker, the championship ones. So I was kind of happy with that. There's some other parallels and stuff in there. To be fair, that I've just checked, that video's had 50 views in a couple of hours, which for me, I'm not big time or anything. That's quite a lot. So yeah, people were going to hear me not being that nice about the product. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, lots of Slam Attacks Chrome coming up. And yeah, if you want to have a chat, whatever, just drop one of us a message. We've given you lots of options there, and yeah, we'll try and get back to you as soon as we can. And I think that is us done for today. If you want to say your goodbyes.
Yeah, I do. I do have to go and get
pizza.
I'm looking at it and it's
very good.
Oh, quick, go.
It's almost here. So,
guys,
no worries, take it easy.
And fuck John Cena.